All right, here we go. We're live. I'm dumb and I spelled the sports channel wrong on Twitter when I tagged him. So we're already off to a hot start. But none of that matters because we all know what this week is. It is one of the greatest weeks of the football season. And that would be when Oklahoma takes on Texas down in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. It's beat the hell out of Texas week. Yeah, we all got those shirts at work. Great shirts for a great cause. That's all I'm going to say about that. Go ahead.
Fantastic shirts. Shout out to our people over at the OIAC, Oklahoma Institute for Child Advocacy, Joe Dorman. Those shirts are going to be for sale at Bevo Bash. All proceeds going to go to that charity. And they're actually pretty awesome shirts, Preston. A lot of times in radio, when you get shirts, they're not the best shirts. These are cool shirts.
I will say, if you're on the taller side, maybe size up a few, because mine is like a crop top that I have now.
Dude, Cisco. So I was able to get another one because there's some at the office. Cisco originally gave me a medium. Like I got my shirt was in my chair this morning. I got there and it was a medium, and I was like. I held it up, and Spo was like, "You got to put that on right now."
Yeah.
And so early in the morning in the studio, I was wearing a medium shirt, and Phil was shirtless in the studio. It got kind of weird.
They are like the dry fit material, so definitely size up if you want it to.
Better than that heavy cotton, 100% cotton stuff.
But for a great cause, yeah, and I believe you can go to the sportsanimal.com and even buy one of those shirts as well. It says Arch Nemesis on the front of them as well. So. Look, it's OU Texas. This is, just look right behind me. That's a Superman play right there. That's how much I give a damn about this. I just bought this shirt today for the game. So I'm fired up. This, growing up, this was always the week you look forward to. It's playing Texas. You want to go out and you want to beat the hell out of Texas. And I think no matter who plays quarterback this weekend for the Sooners, I think they have a shot at beating Texas because they have, if not the best defense in the country, T-Bag, they have a top 5 defense in the country for sure.
Yeah, I think OU's probably in that 3 to 5 range right now. I think Ohio State. I think we don't have to get in the top defense in the country, but I think Ohio State is, Jim Knowles. Leaving that offense, go to Penn State, or defense, go to Penn State. Could be a free agent, Preston, is all I'm going to say.
Penn State, woof is what we'll say about that.
A lot of Jim Knowles rumors out there, let's just say the least. Could be a free agent. I don't want him as a head coach because I want a young gun offensive coordinator. But free agent. Again, not to make this about me. Not to make this about me and OSU. Preston, this is a 1 week where just kind of forever. It's the week where I am jealous of an OU fan, where I am jealous of a Texas fan, because I've always seen this as a stuck between a hard and a rock place for myself, because I have one rule in life, and that is you don't root for a Texas sports team.
Yeah.
Now a TCU, a Baylor, Texas Tech, or something like that.
No, they're all arrogant assholes.
They're all arrogant assholes. Yes. Yes, but they're not in comparison to the pro sports teams or A&M in Texas.
Yeah,
it's really the sports teams in the top 2 of those.
And then also you find a bigger cult than every single college football fan base in Texas. Those are some of the biggest cults. A&M is far and away the biggest. Yeah. They are an actual cult, but the rest of them are very cultish too.
Yeah, don't let them fool you and think A&M's the only one. They're just a leader in the pack. But so I always find myself stuck between a rock and a hard place in this one, because I hate Texas. I hate the state. I think the people from the state of Texas are arrogant asses. I know a lot of them. I'm best friends with a lot of them. A few of them will be at my wedding. But as a whole, they're horrible. Yeah. I think the only culture they have down there is fake cowboy and try to look as rich as possible. There's no really in between. And I think their pro sports teams are the most overrated pieces of garbage of all time. But at the same time, I grew up an Oklahoma State fan, went to Oklahoma State, and I still just can't get myself to just full on put on the crimson and cream. So I always find myself stuck between a rock and a hard place because I want Oklahoma to beat Texas's ass.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I
You
don't
don't
want to
want
see
the
Oklahoma
Sooners to
have a
win,
big,
yeah.
massive win. So I've always just looked at it from the glass half full perspective. I wake up and it's like, okay, I get to watch OU lose. I get to watch Texas lose. That's the way
Yeah.
I've viewed it. But it's always been a week I'm jealous of because I do think in-state rivalries are completely different. And I'm not trying to make this a bed, like who's a big rival, OU, Bedlam, or Texas. Like, I think we know that answer. But I think in-state rivalries are different because it's not like everyone just has a bunch of Texas people running around their lives.
Yeah.
And same goes for, Georgia, Florida, and then Florida State and all that. Ohio State, Michigan, all these border war states. I think the border war rivalries are just so different because it's literally state versus state. It is state versus state, and I think that's so cool. And the way that OU Texas does it is just the absolute best way. It's one of the best weeks of college football, even for my hater lens. It's iconic.
Yeah, I unfortunately I've never been to the Cotton Bowl for an OU Texas game. It's never been
Hey, Harry. I think it's top 3. I think it's top 3. I'm not going to give it number 1 just because I am a hater.
Yeah. I've never been. My bank account has never supported me buying a ticket to go to this football game because it's always outrageous. That's why I need a rich woman in my life to where she can buy me tickets to go down there to watch the game. But I did get a chance to go to the OU Texas Big 12 championship game. What was that? 2018. So that's my time seeing Texas and Oklahoma play a football game live, but it's always been, a bucket list game for me. I will make it eventually one time. I'm pretty confident of that, hopefully. But yeah, again, this is the biggest game of the season. And it doesn't matter how bad your season is going, T-Bag. If you go out and you beat Texas, everything is good, and it's the opposite. No matter how good your season is, if you go out and you lose to Texas, because you think back when Charlie Strong was the head coach of Texas, Oklahoma has a pretty good team going down there to the Cotton Bowl, and Charlie Strong couldn't beat anybody, but he somehow beats Oklahoma down in the Cotton Bowl, and you're just sitting there like, what the hell just happened? How did that happen? It's that kind of game where truly it doesn't matter. This game every single year, T-Bag should be a pick 'em. Because it doesn't matter how good either team is. It's anybody can win this game.
It's one of the strangest games of all time. No matter, it's always was it the 2013 the Case McCoy game that just kind of came out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Then the Charlie Strong game, which I remember I think it was toward the 2015 season. I remember because Texas beat OU and they beat Baylor when Baylor was still good with Art Briles. I remember they beat those two teams with 5-7, and then the next season we're like, look out for Texas. They went 5-7 last year, but 2 out of those 5 wins were really good. And then obviously they went 4-8 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
To have those days back.
Just speak of the environment, and again, obviously, like I said, I've never been there, but when you see the shot from the helicopter above the stadium, you see the fair, you see the Cotton Bowl, you see it 50-50 right down the middle, one half red, one half that baby shit ugly orange color. And by the way, guys, I'm sorry, there's going to be some cussing in
this is
this
OU
show
Texas
because I can't talk about the Texas Longhorns without cussing on a podcast, right? I just have to. But yeah, it's just, this is college football. This is what college football is. This is what rivalry games are. And it's going to be an awesome weekend. Awesome weekend. Yeah. And by the way, we've got a new line on this game. I don't know if you've seen this.
I just flipped 3 points or something like that.
The Oklahoma Sooners are 1.5 point favorites in this ball game.
I saw it's been moving.
That right there tells me we know who the quarterback's going to be.
We've been obviously talking about it all week. I've been talking about with I got a group chat and with all my high school friends, or what I say all, a few of my high school friends. A few of them are OU people, and we've been texting in there. And I was like, you got to play unless he can hurt it further. Obviously, then you don't play him. But even if he's limited, you got to play him. You just right.
Yeah.
He's got to play him, even if he's half of what he can be throwing the football. With the way, and I know Hawkins can run it, but with the way that Mateer can run it and just have the threat of him being able to pass it as well, leads me to believe. I'm at the point, Preston, where I don't know anything. I know as much as everyone else does. I'm at the point though where picking up the context clues, I must be shocked if he doesn't play,
No,
or at least
100%.
give it a go.
Yeah, no, I think he has every intentions of at least giving it a go when he gets down there. Sorry, I'm trying to find the odds at different places. I'm gonna have to Vegas to see what exactly they are currently at the moment. But yeah, I mean, 100%. It feels like if he is able to hold on to a football and throw a football, he will be the quarterback for Oklahoma this weekend.
Yeah. That's just where all signs are pointing to.
All right. Let's see. They've got just everything listed here. What time is this? A 2:30 game. Because that was on ESPN that I was looking. Oklahoma was a 1.5 point favorite. I want to see elsewhere. Yeah, ESPN right now is the only one that has Oklahoma as a 1.5 point favorite. Other places they have Texas still at 1.5 or at 1. So this game is all over the place. So I retract my statement of we know who the quarterback is going to be, but still yet.
What was the line in August? 9.5?
11.5 is what it opened at.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when that came out in August. Like, if we had legal gambling here, not that it holds me back, but you can't get the future lines like that on the offshore accounts. If we had legal gambling here, like the OU plus 11.5, or if it was even vice versa, even if it was OU minus 11.5, just taking that plus 11.5, just you got to do it.
I was out at Golf USA. By the way, shout out to those guys. That's where I got my shirt at today. With Mark taking his show out there, and one of the guys that works there was like, well, what if they put like a couple of special packages together for Mateer and he goes in for a couple of plays. I said, brother, if he steps foot on that football field, he's playing the whole damn game. He's not going in for just a couple plays here and there.
Yeah, no.
Like he strikes me as that big a competitor.
He's either all in or he's not. Like that.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
Yeah, and
not to say if he comes in there and after 3 drives he realizes he can't throw the football the right way or something, then maybe.
I still think then he's going to.
That's why I did the double maybe. That's why I did the double maybe.
Yeah, no, I think this kid is going to do whatever it takes to play in this game.
I mean, this might be his only OU Texas. He has to.
No, 100%. I'm with you. He's just, this is going to be the only time he's going to be able to play in the Cotton Bowl against Texas. And this is I mean, you hear all the former players every single year this week about how special of a game that it is. Right. And these are guys that have went on to play in Super Bowls and all kinds of big games in the NFL. And they're like, there's just nothing like being in the Cotton Bowl in, the middle of October.
There's no other game that's 50-50 down the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
There's not one.
Yeah. So it should be a good one. Looking at this game, the Oklahoma offensive line did not play good last week against Kent State. It was probably their worst game, and that's kind of tough heading into a game against Texas, where your offensive line just had its worst game probably of the year against a team that would probably lose to Oklahoma State. Let's be honest.
They would lose to Oklahoma State. Well, barely.
Yeah. So it's like, well, guys, that was not very good competition. You guys got bullied a little bit in that game. And again, I think that's probably stuff that they can maybe correct. I don't know. I'm not an X's and O's guy when it comes to football. But you can't have that happen in the Cotton Bowl. You can't have Texas just pushing you around all day.
Well, here, good news, Preston. Texas's offensive line is not very good either.
Well, yeah, and the tape they put out a week ago was not the best either, as well, right?
Yeah,
Losing to Florida.
yeah. I think this is going to be a defensive game. Under in this game. Now
Yeah,
we
what
say
is it?
this, and then it's going to be like a
3.5. Yeah,
we say this, and it's going to just be a shootout or something
yeah.
because the crazy stuff that happens. But I think OU has the best unit on either team right now, and that's the defense.
Yeah.
Of the 6 units, offense, defense, special teams for both teams. I mean, I guess that's unfair to me to say because I can't give you a good breakdown of the Texas special teams. But if we're talking the main 4 units, I think OU has the best, and that's their defense. So both offensive lines are not good. I don't think OU is just going to be able to do whatever they want on offense against Texas, but I don't think Texas is going to be able to do more.
I don't think Texas is going to be able to run the football.
Yeah. And Arch get Arch pass up the football.
Yeah. Well, it's I mean, the best unit, obviously, like combined out of the 3 aspects of the game of football is definitely Oklahoma's defense, but the best group of talent on the field is going to be Oklahoma's defensive line. And if Texas's offensive line plays like they did a week ago, it's going to be a long day for Arch Manning and the Texas offense.
Yeah. OU's defensive line might feast very well. Very well. Just might have themselves a field day in this one.
Yeah. I mean, they had 9 sacks against Auburn, 10 sacks against Auburn.
Yeah. Now, and there's just not a worse time for Arch Manning and Texas to be struggling because if OU goes out and wins this game like 17-3 or something, and Texas literally just cannot move the football to save their life, it's gonna get wild down there.
There's going to be a lot of meetings the week after. If that happens, there's going to be a lot of meetings in Austin, Texas, wondering why the hell they paid this guy as much as they did. And what the hell is going on in Austin with the football program. So
yeah, if his name was Preston Poole, he'd probably just be like a 3-star go to UTSA.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what else to say other than this is a massive game for Oklahoma. You win this game. I think you're thinking definitely playoffs, right? Yeah. You beat a look, Texas offense is terrible, but their defense is still decent.
If you're OU and you win this game, you kind of just have to go 3-3 the rest of the season.
Yeah, and you're in the playoffs.
More than likely in the playoffs. I mean, I don't think it's a guarantee, but I would say with their schedule, more than likely.
Well, and I know a lot of people probably don't think Michigan is that good, but right now it's non-conference wise, it's one of the better wins non-conference wise in the SEC.
Yeah, and Michigan's going to have 8 or 9 wins by the time the season's over.
Yeah, they're going to be in the top 25 all year.
Yeah. They're not a playoff team, but they're going to be a consistent top 25 team. So and then I mean, you just want. I mean, then you want your opponents to keep winning, except when you play you. If just for hypothetical, if Ole Miss beats you, you just want Ole Miss to just run the table or something and to be like, hey, I mean, quality loss. Yeah, I know we're not big quality loss people on this podcast, but I mean, if you just go 3-3 and you just hope your opponents do well the rest of the season, I mean, you take that.
I think if Oklahoma wins, there's going to be a lot of Oklahoma fans thinking SEC championship. I would say slow your roll on that just a little bit. There's still a long road ahead, right?
There's also teams with way easier schedules.
Yeah, there's a long road ahead, but definitely playoffs, 100%. Because I think an Oklahoma team that has one of the better defenses in the country, has a quarterback who, healthy, is a Heisman candidate. That team makes it in the playoffs 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Easily. I mean, just on brand value.
And as we've seen with college football this season, there's going to be a lot of 2 and 3 loss teams.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
There's not going to be a lot of 1, 2 loss. It's going to be a bunch of 2 and 3 loss teams, not a bunch of 1 and 2 loss teams.
Exactly. I don't think anyone in the SEC is going to be undefeated when it comes down to it.
The only teams I think are going to have 0-1 losses, Ohio State and Oregon. I think everyone else is going to have 2+ losses.
Well, hell, Ohio State can't beat Michigan. So,
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to lose until then.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, they play Indiana and Penn State still, but I mean, they should take care of business against both those.
Obviously, I think the biggest question is that if you work for a sports radio station, you could ask anywhere you go around town today, is John Mateer going to play for Oklahoma? Like we said earlier, I would assume he's going to. There's no way anyone's going to know until kickoff. Zero chance anyone knows anything until kickoff. And it should be
maybe before the game, because there's going to be so much media there.
Yeah,
that's going to be trying to get to the bottom of it. So maybe, but
I wonder if
when you wake up on Saturday, you're not going to know for sure.
Let me check and see if the injury report has dropped. I don't remember if it drops at 6 or 7. But I mean,
they could have him as out right now and upgrade him.
I bet he's questionable. No, nothing as of yet on the injury report wise. But if that comes out here soon, we will pass that along. But yeah, just massive week. I mean, you spent 22 minutes talking about it. It's a massive game, massive week here in the state. I can't wait. Bevo Bash. Don't forget exit 55 on your way down to Dallas. There at Treasure Valley Casino. All of our guys will be there. Basically, Curtis is starting things off at 5:30 in the morning down there, and then until 2 p.m. Our guys will be down there at Treasure Valley, and then Jim will have his show down in Dallas as well as Al on Friday. So it's a big day and a big weekend here in Oklahoma. Do you want to talk about Oklahoma State?
They play Houston this week. Maybe this is the one game. Maybe this is the one game that they can win. Houston, they're 4-1. I think they're very much improved. I don't think they're a great football team. I think they're a bowl eligible football team. I think Willie Fritz is doing a great job down there. I think next year they're going to be a team to look out for. But right now, their offense isn't great. Their defense is pretty good. But maybe this is one game they could win. With that said, I got Houston winning this game like 32-14 or something like that. I think it's just another ass whooping coming. And I'm glad this one's at 11 a.m. so we can watch OU Texas while doing the postgame show. I can get out of Dodge and be home in time to be home for the fourth quarter of OU Texas and the night slate. That's all I got. There's a lot of players that are in the portal too.
Yes. At the one of the tight ends just entered today. I had to walk a mile in your shoes last week for the post game show.
It's hard.
It was sad. I tried my best to not just be like, this sucks. This is the worst thing ever. Why are we even here right now? I tried to be like a little positive on things, but geez, man, that was rough going last week.
The next 7 games, because I think the fan base is just completely and if you're not here at this point, then like look in the mirror or something. I don't know what to tell you. I think the fan base is just at the this sucks. Like it's a wash season. It's the definition of a season. Not even season from hell. Just it is a season from hell. But season from hell is when you have expectations and it goes to hell.
Well, even like I said on the postgame, I'm like, look, this sucks. This is terrible, and everyone should be mad and angry that this is how far the program has kind of fallen. But still, yet there's like a glimmer of hope for the future of what could be, for the new guy that you bring in.
Well, and here's the thing. I am upset that this is where the program has fallen. I am upset that they suck this bad, but I've accepted that all this has happened. And like, the post-game shows and stuff now are I don't know where the positivity can come from. And I think the depression and the sadness and anger is just going to wear off eventually, to where by the Iowa State game, there may just be like 2 people like listening altogether because everyone's just going to be focused on other things. Shout out the Cincinnati game being at night, where the post-game show is going to be approximately 11:15 to 12:45 in the morning. Yay.
It won't be that late, will it?
7 p.m. kickoff, about a 4-hour game.
4
3.5 hour, 4 hour.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're
Yeah.
right.
I'll be in Stillwater until midnight, no doubt about it.
At least it wasn't like that BYU game last year that was at 9 p.m. On a Friday.
Yeah. Well, at least I was on the road. We could do it in Oklahoma
Yeah.
City.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
This is
Right
it sucks.
now.
It
The
sucks.
Cowboys are 14-point dogs, 14.5-point dogs, excuse me, to Houston. So that's an improvement. I mean, you were 21-point dogs to
Yeah.
Baylor. You were 18-point dogs to Arizona. Now you're only 14.5-point dogs to Houston.
Yeah.
Hey,
Houston.
UCLA just went out and dominated Penn State for 4 quarters, right? Anything is possible.
Hey, I'm saying I said maybe they can win. Yeah, dude, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah.
I think that's the best way to sum it up.
I've never had to deal with stuff like this. I feel like this is like the final boss of being like a true OSU fan. Like I had to wait 26 years for final boss.
Doom and gloom.
It's just be like, yep, welcome to crappy football that everyone else had to deal with their whole lives.
Other games in the Big 12 that are notable. I guess you could say Kansas taking on Texas Tech. Tech, a top 10 team. By the way, their schedule going forward is just a cakewalk. They should definitely be in Dallas for the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, if they don't make it to Dallas, things went bad.
Yeah. BYU, Arizona, and then Arizona State, Utah will be a nice little nightcap for us at 9:15.
9:15. Oh man, that's yes.
Big games in the Southeastern Conference. Obviously, Oklahoma and Texas. You've got Alabama and Missouri. A top 15 matchup that they said, you know what, this is a big game. We'll throw it at 11 a.m. on ABC. So those teams will play at 11 a.m. Alabama, a 3.5-point favorite there. I think Missouri is another one of those teams that has a really, really good defense this year, and they're starting to figure out things on offense.
I think Missouri's a playoff team. I think they're very good.
So obviously, I mean, if Missouri takes down Alabama, they'll shoot up into the top 10.
Yeah.
There. Let's see what else.
I think look out for Arkansas this weekend. I don't think they're going to beat Tennessee, but I could see them keeping this one close, given the Bobby Petrino bump. We saw it with OSU and Doug Meacham. This is a game where they're going to run trick plays and have as much fun as possible or something. So, and Arkansas has the athletes and the players to keep up with Tennessee. So I think Tennessee wins this game because it's in Knoxville, but I think Arkansas can keep this one fun.
Yeah, and Bobby Petrino bump has multiple different meanings.
Multiple.
Tennessee's an 11.5-point favorite there. That game in Knoxville. Florida taking on Texas A&M. Oh, Billy Napier. All you had to do was just not lose to South Florida, and you would still have like somewhat of a respectable, outlook going forward.
Texas A&M is in the potential lock of the week. Florida got their one big win.
They're riding high right now.
Texas A&M's not going to overlook them. I think this is. I mean, it's a 7.5-point spread. I think Texas A&M could win this game by 10 to 14 points for sure.
Yeah, that one at A&M and at Kyle Field.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't realize how massive that place was.
Kyle Field.
Yeah,
it's huge. It's huge. I've been to it since they've redone it, and it is a cathedral. Like it is the nicest stadium I have ever seen in my life. I don't want to give any credit to them. Cool stadium. Very cool stadium.
Fitting that they have a cathedral for a cult. So very fitting. Georgia, Auburn, and then South Carolina, LSU wrap up the SEC slate this weekend. Other games in the top 25. How about this one Friday night? South Florida taking on North Texas in Denton.
Coaching search.
If you're heading down for the OU Texas game like Friday morning and you're like, well, damn, what the hell am I going to do Friday night? Got nothing to do. And you're in the Denton area, pull up because that can be a very good game.
This is the winner begets the Oklahoma State job.
Yeah, this is the Oklahoma State Bowl.
I mean, these are two of like the top 5 betting favorites.
Yeah.
TJ
North
Kinney
Texas undefeated. Obviously,
not
South
TJ Kinney,
Florida was very good to start the season. Their only loss is to Miami.
who is Miami's another team. That's the other team, Preston, that might not have a loss.
Yeah, no, they're definitely a lock right now. I think for the playoffs for sure.
Dude, they're good.
Very
they're
good, very good.
I put a future on them.
Although they did try and let Florida State back into that game.
Yes, and I had Florida State plus the points. So that touchdown at the end would have been nice.
Yeah. Ohio State, Illinois taking place in Champaign.
Fun on paper.
Yeah, I think Ohio State's going to obliterate them.
Yeah.
Ohio State's 2 touchdown favorites.
Yeah, this is where the difference in athletes really comes into play.
It's like men versus boys.
Yes.
Although I do think Bielema is a good head coach.
Dude, what he's doing, I mean, we're talking about Illinois. Like what he's doing there is incredible. Yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
And he is strictly a Big Ten football coach.
Yeah.
Like we saw him try and go to Arkansas, and that didn't work out. But when he was at Wisconsin, dude, that thing was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's back in the Big Ten at Illinois. He's got that thing rolling. They did get their ass kicked by Indiana a couple of weeks ago. But I still think Illinois is a decent football team.
Yeah. I just don't think they have the athletes to keep up with Ohio State. I mean, we saw it for years with what OU did in the Big 12. Like, whenever they played a ranked team, most times, now obviously, they lost, but most times, whenever they played a ranked team or teams like, look out, like the difference in athletes showed up whenever those kinds of teams are motivated.
100%.
Ohio State, Indiana last year.
Yeah. The thing I just realized that I'm really mad about is that there's a game on CBS at 2:30, which it should be Oklahoma and Texas, where we're hearing that nice CBS SEC intro in the Cotton Bowl. We should have that.
We were robbed of that.
Instead, it'll be at Autzen Stadium, where Indiana is on the road to take on Oregon, and Oregon's a 7.5-point favorite.
Lock. Oregon, lock. I respect Indiana. They're better this year than they were last year. They can hang around with most teams in the country. Oregon has just been kicking ass and taking names, and I think that trend's gonna continue.
I did see something. I don't know how closely you follow Barstool or anything like that, but they have a guy that played on Indiana last year, Michael Kadick, and he was talking about how much NIL money he got paid last year at Indiana. How much do you think a starting center at Indiana makes in one season?
100, 150?
$300,000. So Indiana might have a little bit of cash to play with.
Okay. I mean, I knew they had some money flowing, but I mean, that's for
the center, not the quarterback, not the wide receiver.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Indiana, I mean, they got to have a good alumni base. I mean, that's a very big and popular Big Ten school.
So that'll be that's a 2 TV setup right there. You have that game on, and you have Oklahoma and Texas on as well, because both of those kick off at the same time. What's your vibes you're getting from Notre Dame right now?
They're gonna win out, make the playoff.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
right. I mean, I want to see what their schedule even looks like. I haven't even looked at it really.
Cakewalk.
Obviously, they play USC at some point next week. The next week they play USC, Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford. Yeah, they should waltz into the playoffs with that schedule.
USC is their only challenge, and they'll take care of business.
And I don't
give us at home.
I don't think highly of USC. By the way,
they played Michigan this week, and Sherrod Moore's doing a little shit talking. Lincoln Riley.
I did not see that.
He said the only reason this game sold out is because Michigan's in town.
I mean, I'm not going to say he's wrong.
No, right? Dude, there's going to be a lot of maize and blue in there. A lot. It's LA, and Michigan's one of the biggest alumni, like one of the top public schools in America. I'm pretty sure they have a lot of alumni living out in LA.
Oh, 100%.
Or California 100%. In general.
Yeah. Sorry, my ESPN's website is just not working with me right now. Where were we at? All right, we talked about that. Michigan, USC. I mean, in the top 25, that's about it. We hit all of those.
I wish the night slate was a little bit better. Maybe Auburn and Jackson Arnold play desperate and can keep it close with Georgia. Maybe Michigan USC will be a decent one.
Yeah.
South Carolina LSU. But yeah, I wish the night slate was a little bit better. I wish they could move that Indiana. Can we flex the Indiana Oregon game to 6:30 and put in Michigan USC at 2:30? Can we make a trade?
That feels right.
That feels right.
Yeah. Because then you have that big game, Alabama, Missouri at 11.
Yes.
Roll into the Cotton Bowl, and then after that, you roll into.
This is why we should be in charge of college football, because we know how to set it. We would know how to set it up perfect for the eyes.
It's easy. It's just like kind of what the NFL does, right? They have all these great games at noon. They've got a couple of great games at 3 and 3:30, and then the night game.
They cap it off.
Just got to have 3 good games in a row, and you're good. That way, if you have the main TV up, you have the good game on the main TV, and then you got the other TV that has the quad box going with all the rest of the games on there. So,
also, I want to wish you this is officially day 1 of it's either 94 or 96 straight days of football. Because tonight we have Wednesday night football, Missouri State, Middle Tennessee State, Liberty and UTEP. Liberty and UTEP, that's a gross one to watch. But then obviously and then next week we got the Tuesday night game starting. So from here until 96 days from now, there's football on every single night. So we've made it. Football's back.
That would be that's a long time from now. I'm trying to think like what 3 months?
3 months. So like the new year.
Yeah, almost.
So we're gonna go from this like to college football and NFL playoffs.
Yeah, and then at that point, we'll all be like overdosed, and then be like, "Oh
and then
man!"
It'll be February, and then we'll get sad and depressed, and then March Madness will be here, and then the NBA playoffs will be here.
Yeah.
It'll be summer, guys. Like we're almost already to football season 2026.
By the way, speaking of the NBA, I want to tip my cap to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I didn't know you had it in you to start the season with a back-to-back in the preseason, but it turns out you did. And I just want to tip my cap to you because it's been a real awakening this week of what is ahead for myself and the long, grueling journey. And look, I hope it turns out the way it did last year, right? That I spent over 100 evenings, listening to and watching Thunder basketball. Yeah, trapped in an ice box, not even a room, in an ice box.
Turn on the heat. You guys have to turn on the heat. The off and cool does not stop. You have to turn on the heat.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. So, let's get into a little NFL though, real quick. You got Eagles Giants tomorrow night. I think the Eagles bounce back in a big way in that one.
Yeah.
Broncos Jets. I mean, Broncos. They beat the Eagles last week on Sunday. They'll play the Jets on Sunday morning in London. We've got another London game in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We're only sending the best of the best over to London. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Who was last week? The Vikings and the Browns. Oh, by the way, don't worry. Next week we're sending over the New York Jets.
They'll make it better, dude. This Jets team, they may not win a game.
Yeah,
dude, that is the most undisciplined football team I've ever seen in my life.
It's bad.
They're horribly bad.
Speaking of horribly bad, the Arizona Cardinals, who
they're not good either.
Woof. 2-3 start to the season. They take on the Colts.
Colts are gonna 7.5. I know 7.5 is a lot for NFL, but that feels like a 41-10 game all over it. Because that's what the Colts have been doing. They've been blowing teams out.
Plus, Kyler's banged up right now. Didn't practice today. Obviously, that doesn't really matter until you get later in the week, but that's something to watch. I'm about ready to give up on my Chargers, although they do play the Miami Dolphins.
You guys are first in the division. I know how's it look pretty.
It's a fake first in the division right now.
I know.
Those first 3 games, I was on top of the world. And then the New York Giants just come down and kick me off the top of the mountain. I've been tumbling down ever since. I'm hoping to grab onto like a rock or something this week. But the Chargers have to fly across the country to take on the Dolphins. So I know how this is going to go. Justin Herbert might have to be taken off the field in like a wheelchair eventually because no one wants to block for him.
Line's not good.
It is. I mean, it's abysmal. Like, and as a Chargers fan, I've seen some bad offensive lines, but this is just disgustingly bad. Your top 2 running backs get hurt. One of them tears his Achilles. The other one is out for 4 weeks with an ankle injury. So they don't have a running back right now. They can't throw the damn ball because Herbert doesn't have enough time to throw the football. So they're going to rely on defense, who's been shaky the last 2 weeks. So I'm in hell ever since we got the tickets to go watch the Cowboys. My life has been hell. And I think it might be because I'm going to a Cowboys game. I think that might be it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you at this point.
Chargers are a 3.5-point favorite in that one.
I think you guys will win this week.
Yeah,
the Dolphins are very close to quitting. Very close to quitting.
It's me versus Matt Pinto this week, is what it is.
Is he a Dolphins fan?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
So I'm sure there will be some text messages exchanged because the last time these two played, I think the Chargers scored like 2 touchdowns, and Pinto texted me like it's over. I'm like, damn, dude, it's like the second quarter. So there might be some text messages exchanged. The Patriots taking on the Saints. How about the Patriots beating the Bills?
Yeah, dude. Good
win for them.
It's hard to be a Patriots fan.
The Browns starting Dylan Gabriel, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers with Aaron Rodgers.
Browns plus 6.5. I don't care. That game's always close.
Yeah,
the Browns North football.
Look, the Browns suck offensively, but their defense is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
So, the Cowboys and the Panthers. That one in Charlotte. The Panthers. Who did they come back and beat? I'm blanking on.
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah, they came back and beat the Dolphins.
That's why the Dolphins are very close to quitting, Preston.
Yes.
Very close to quitting.
And their coach is very close to getting fired.
Yeah. You got to put knife to throat.
The Seahawks and the Jaguars. How about the Jaguars? Man, Trevor Lawrence can fall on his ass and trip all over the place and still beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Dude, how about the AFC South?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jaguars, Colts, Texans are getting better week by week. I mean, the Titans suck, but I mean, those are 3 really good football teams. AFC
Titans
South,
at least won a football game.
They did win a football game. So
that was quite the game last week. Quite the game. The Rams and the Ravens. I kind of feel sorry for the Ravens at this point, man.
Yeah. Like it's like I want to just like wave over to him as an OC fan, like, come over here, come sit down.
It's okay.
It sucks. I know it sucks.
Maybe you'll get better next year.
There's always next year.
We have the Toilet Bowl in Las Vegas this week as the Titans take on the Raiders. That should be an instant classic there in Las Vegas. The Bengals and the Packers. How about Joe Flacco?
Yeah,
Joe, the starting quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals
against the Packers this year.
He's thrown at least 1 interception in every game he's played this year. Pretty crazy stat. The 4-1 49ers, who are the most hurt team in football, taking on the 4-1.
They keep winning.
Yeah, they keep winning. But they're also taking on a 4-1 Buccaneers team who has won in just about any way you can win possible in football.
And they're also hurt. They're getting healthier, but they're also hurt.
Yeah, Bucky, I don't know if Bucky
a fun
will
one.
play.
That's a fun one.
Buccaneers 2.5-point favorites in that one. How about Emeka Egbuka, dude? That dude is crazy good.
I had friends. I had a friend from Texas staying with me over the weekend, and when we put on the NFL slate, he stayed over and watched all the games with us. And whenever we put on the NFL slate, they were showing the Buccaneers Seahawks game. He was like, "Do they just show every single Baker Mayfield game in Oklahoma?" I was like, yes. Since the year 2018, yes. I've seen every Browns game, Panthers game, Buccaneers game, Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams, yeah.
For a split second, like, yes, they put on just every Baker Mayfield game, every Cowboys and every Baker Mayfield game.
Yeah. Hell, they'll even.
He's like, "Did they do that for Kyler?" I was like, "No."
I feel like they do a decent amount, though.
They do, yeah, but it's not like Baker.
It's not like Baker Mayfield. It is definitely that game will be on no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter where you are. And then Sunday night, it ain't getting much easier for the Kansas City Chiefs, folks, because
they got it at home.
But the Lions are red hot right now.
Oh yeah,
man.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Kansas
They're
City,
lucky this game's at home.
Kansas City is somehow 2.5-point favorites in this one. I don't know what Vegas is seeing that I'm not, but I think this screams the Lions just railroad the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think the Lions could in the Chiefs for the season.
And I don't know why they're doing this, but we're back to 2 Monday night games. I don't really care for it, but it's the Bills, Falcons, and then your Bears taking on the Commanders.
Yeah.
How about the Bears? 2-game winning streak.
I think they have a chance. I think they have a decent chance, and I like that because just go in there and fight hard in this game, and the schedule kind of lines up for you to hopefully rattle off some wins coming up. I know you got the Saints coming up and the Ravens who aren't good. The Bengals suck. The Giants suck. So just go in there, and if they win this game, Preston, this is where I get crazy. This is where I get crazy if they win this game. But I'm going to meddle my expectations for this game. Just Caleb keep looking improved. Ben Johnson keep looking improved as a head coach. I'm looking at this from a very rational standpoint.
As someone who just got their asses kicked by the Commanders, don't overlook the commies.
Oh,
don't overlook the commies.
No, they're good. They're a good football team.
Jane Daniels healthy. They got Bill toting the rock there.
Yeah, Bill.
He's awesome.
His name's not even Bill. His legal name's not even Bill. That's the best part.
Yeah, he just wants to be called Bill.
Yeah,
it's like
it's just a kid.
Jacory, I think is
Jacory. I think
Jacory Krosky Merritt. So shout out to him. Sorry, I was just checking to see if the injury report for that OU Texas game had come out yet. It has not. So I'm guessing it comes out at like 7.
No,
so
but they're going to wait till the last second, probably.
Yeah, that should be coming up here at 7 p.m. All right. Anything else before we put a bow on this thing?
I think we've got it all.
All right. Well, we will be back on Sunday to recap whatever happens in the Cotton Bowl. We'll also recap full Sunday full of NFL football and, of course, what happened in college football as well. So stick with us then. We'll probably be live around like 5:30 or 6, something like that, towards the end of the afternoon games. So we'll see you guys then, everyone. If you're driving down to Dallas, be safe. Go get you a Bevo burger on your way down there. Treasure Valley Casino, exit 55, southbound I-35. By the way, here traffic is fine. There's not really too much construction, so it should be a nice smooth drive down to Dallas on Friday. I know some people have already left for Dallas at this point, so
make it a vacation.
But yeah,
beautiful this time of year.
Let's go out and let's go beat the hell out of Texas. How about that? Let's go beat the hell out of Texas this weekend and bring that the golden hat back to Norman. So, all right, that'll do it for us. See you guys next time. Have a good one.